What's up guys, Big Guy Bets back at it again with another free picks video. First off, you guys know I always like to say thank you for being here, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking the videos, and thank you for commenting. Thank you for taking this channel to where it should be, okay guys? It should be on the top of your list to do every single day. You should come in, get your blankie, get your cup of coffee, or even if it's late night guys, get your little Snuggie on, get your what do you want to eat? A bag of Cheetos, whatever the hell you guys got to do. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Let's go over the board like we always do, guys. I do appreciate everybody for being here. If you haven't already, go like the video, okay? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to subscribe and watch this, okay guys? Let's make this like a bachelor show, okay? How about you guys all get your buddies and you come watch Big Guy Bets and put money in your pockets, okay guys? That is what I'm doing next weekend. I'm gonna be able, or I'm fortunate enough to be going to Reno so that I can go hang out with all my buddies, create content, and make money during March Madness. That's what everybody loves to do, right? So that is what we are going to do, guys. Again, this is my college baseball free picks video. If you guys haven't checked it out already, I already am posting, or I'm currently working on a college basketball video. I'm recording these both at night when we get all the lines for the next morning, okay? This is the best time to be alive, guys. We have so many sports on. We've got the best part of college basketball season, and we have the start of the baseball season, actually, okay? We have SEC play, we have ACC play. This is my niche, as you guys know. If you guys have started following the channel, you guys know I'm a college baseball guy through and through. I am the only guy on the internet that comes on every single day and talks about college baseball. I haven't seen anybody else talk about bets every single day for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm going to be here all season long, guys. That is why you guys probably love me, and that is why I love you, okay? College baseball is taking off. Everybody's going to end up finding out about it, and we're going to keep on riding to the moon, okay? VIP sweep today for my VIP guys. Obviously, there was not too much baseball on today. Most of my VIP guys know what my lean on was for that game, but they were able to get my college basketball plays because of the limited slate. That is the kind of guy I am. I'm not going to force them to buy another pass for the day because they're not going to be able to get those, okay? If there's a limited baseball slate, you're going to get some basketball. I'm going to get you plays every single day if you join VIP. Again, another sweep, guys. And last weekend, 19-8 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is when I make my money. This is when you guys make your money, is when you follow me on the weekend. Okay, guys? That is what baseball's for. This is what we know the best, okay? I still am leaving one more spot, okay, in my college baseball season pass. I did figure out it is code COLLEGE, okay? If you want to get this 90% off for the rest of the year to the very last out of the college baseball season, go ahead and check this out. I will not be restocking this, okay, guys? I have one more slot available, and that is it, okay? For the rest of the season, me and my guys that have my season-long pass, we're going to ride through the sunset. I do love every single one of those guys that's in there. We are going to have some interviews coming out with some of those guys that are talked about kind of how I've been able to promote my channel and how they have been able to help me help them take their bankroll to the next level, okay, guys? That is what it's all for. That is why they're with me, is because they have already made up all the money that they've already paid on the pass, and now it's just free the rest of the year. That's pretty much how it is, guys. That is why I like to promote this, because at the end of the day, you're going to be making your money back, okay? I do have other passes. This is the really big one here, the $40 for 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are my best days. If you just want to come in here, I have some clients just come in here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday because they have, they're 9 to 5 and they can't really gamble during the week. Well, you take this 3-day pass, you make your money, and then you wait until next week, okay? That is perfectly fine with me. I do appreciate everybody that does that as well. And we also have the college baseball week pass. All of it's the best, okay, guys? I put in so much time and effort into these videos, into my analysis and everything. So I appreciate everybody that joins those as well, okay? So without further ado, guys, let's get into the college baseball slate. And what do you know, guys? We do have some lines, okay? Let me go ahead and check out why the heck we're not on college baseball. So this is beautiful to see. I already see that my free pick has changed a little bit, so I want to be able to give this line to you guys before stuff starts to change, okay? So we have plenty of lines out, guys. I don't like to look at it on here. We're going to go over the board a little bit on Division 1, but I have to get to a lot of VIP tonight, so I want to be able to get this free pick out to you guys so you can go ahead and bet it. We don't lose the best line, and so we can kind of get through these games, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the board. Just kind of going over them. I'm going to skip that Arkansas Ole Miss game as that is going to be my free pick. North Carolina Louisville, okay? North Carolina has been, kind of disappointing over this last weekend after losing their series to Stanford, but at the end of the day, they are one of the best pitching staffs in the country. They are traveling to Louisville, so obviously you don't really know how they're going to play in that park. This is one of their first trips away from home, so I'm going to be staying away from this game specifically. They did almost lose to UNCW the other day, so I'm going to go ahead and not touch that game, okay? Clemson versus Notre Dame. I was very shocked to see that line come out at -600 for Clemson. Last week when Notre Dame went to the couch, which I believe is a way tougher place to play than in Clemson, and I understand that maybe they think Clemson's connect is a little bit better, their ace, but it doesn't really matter to me. I don't know why on earth they'd be -600. This is when the books are getting a little too juicy on some of these. If anything at all, guys, in that game specifically, when that run line comes out for Notre Dame, I wouldn't mind taking a +4.5, +5.5. That is absolutely ridiculous and disrespectful to them. Coastal versus Georgia Southern. This game, also a weird game. Both teams, Coastal's not playing well right now, but they are back at home. Georgia Southern honestly has had a good season up to this point. They are 10-6, so a team I'm probably, not going to take against Coastal on the road, but I don't know if I'd feel comfortable enough taking Coastal in this game necessarily, just to kind of get a feeler. They did not play very well against ECU last week, so we're going to get off the side for now. Florida State versus Boston College. This series I'm really excited for because I don't know if Boston College is very good or if Virginia is that bad. Boston College was able to go in to Virginia and beat them 2 out of 3 games and win that series, okay? Florida State coming off of a loss against Florida. I really do tend to lean to Boston College a little bit in this game because I don't know if Florida State has been battle tested too much to this point in the year. They do have Arnold on the bump tomorrow, so you will see a juiced up line. I think a little over 700 is what I saw on DraftKings. That is absolutely disrespectful. Again, same kind of thing in the Notre Dame game. I'm sure Florida State will win because they do have their ace out there. But at the end of the day, I think the more value would be on the plus on the money line for Boston College. I would take that run line. Kentucky, Georgia. That's going to be a good series, guys, because it's going to be a big tell of how these teams are. Kentucky did make the College World Series last year, and they've been relatively good this year. Haven't played too many teams that I'm impressed by, but Georgia, I feel like they play every fucking game at home. I haven't seen them go anywhere else. It's actually absurd how many games are in Athens. I don't know what the weather report is in this game. I kind of feel like I checked, but I do not remember. I don't like Georgia's pitching staff whatsoever. Kentucky has had a good pitching staff to this point this year. Honestly, just kind of a back and forth one. I don't have too much of a lean in that. Florida versus Tennessee, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to start off the entire weekend is have Florida, Tennessee. I will be sitting back and enjoying this game from the couch. If anything, guys, I wanted to take Tennessee if this game came out like at an even money line. Tennessee is -300 in this game. I think the value you would see is on Florida, okay? I do know that they're going into a very hostile environment in Knoxville, and Tennessee has looked nothing but the best team in the country, and you will never hear me say that they're not the best team in the country, but when we're talking value, you will never see me lay a -320, okay? Even with, as good as Tennessee is and at home, if you got Florida at +2, if you get 2-1 for Florida or North, that's a good, I don't know. I mean, to me, that's a sketchy one. If you're trying to look for a parlay piece just because Tennessee's down there, I wouldn't be too comfortable with it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there, guys. Vandy, Auburn. Haven't watched Vandy on Friday nights very much. I have watched a ton of Auburn because Auburn has been one of my darlings to this point this year. They do have an amazing offense. I don't know what this line would come out at. If it was anything 11.5, 12.5, I may take the under because I have been impressed with Auburn's starter, and I know Vandy always has a deep bullpen. So SEC unders at this point, especially on a Friday night when they have all their hosses ready to rock and roll, that's kind of what I'm thinking in that. And and if you guys have been on this channel for a while, you guys know how I feel about this. Good old Texas A&M, okay? They never leave home. Gosh, damn, they are always at home. Holy shit. And then we got Alabama coming into town. This is Alabama's actually first trip away from home, okay? In this game specifically, guys, on the Friday night game, you guys know I hate Texas A&M. Everybody knows I hate Texas A&M. They have been nothing but terrible to me. I won't put U.S. currency on them any time again this year. I've said that time and time again, and I've gone back on my own word, and I'm not doing it again, okay? In this specific game, guys, I think if any of them, this is the only game I think that Texas A&M could win, okay? Because they have all their guys ready, they have their ace going. Alabama has a decent pitching staff, not the greatest, but Alabama is one of the best, if not the best hitting team in the entire country, okay? I don't know how Texas A&M is going to come out. I would not take that money line, okay? I will say I do believe they probably win this one, if any of them at all. But if I were a guy that had a little extra money in my pocket, I would bet Alabama every single game this series because of my hatred towards Texas A&M and because it could be good value on Alabama. They might be one of the better teams in the country and we just don't know it yet. But this is their first game away from home, so that is the only pause that I have, okay? Oklahoma versus South Carolina, another solid game. This is going to be a very windy, wet game. I was looking at the weather report, Norm, and it does not look good, okay? So in this specific game, I do like an under, okay? If you get a 12 and a half, 11 and a half, I do like an under in this game. Both pitchers in this game probably will be future pros. I do like both of those pitchers and their bullpens, at least in the first couple games of the series. So let's go ahead and take an under in that one. I would like that. And then we'll go with two more, and then I will wrap it up and start doing my free pick. Texas A&M, or my main free pick, I guess, because I'm giving a lot of free picks. Texas versus Mississippi State, guys. This series is interesting because Mississippi State's not ranked, but I have watched them a lot this year. They do hit fairly well. They are one of the better hitting teams in the SEC, in my opinion. Texas is a team that, I mean, they look really good against good teams, and then they look bad against bad teams. I just don't really know what to think of them to this point. Jared Spencer will be on the bump for Texas. I have heard, and this is what teams say kind of after the game, Texas has a really good bullpen, but after you see Jared Spencer for 5 or 6 innings, they actually say that anybody after him is just looks easy. I don't think that's a good thing, okay? So they do have a really good bullpen, but if they look just easier than Jared Spencer, that's not the greatest, especially with Mississippi State being at home. This game I probably will not touch. I will just sit on the sidelines and kind of check it out to see what I think of both of these teams for the rest of the season, okay? UTSA Dallas Baptist, another great mid-major game. Honestly, I don't have a lean in this one because UTSA is coming into DBU kind of hot. They're a pretty solid mid-major team thus far this year, but Dallas Baptist has been an absolute wagon, and they're probably the only mid-major team I would choose to go to the College World Series this year. So, and Miami Wake Forest, I do like Miami, I love Wake Forest in this game. Wake Forest at the couch is just a different animal. Their Friday night ace is an absolute stud. I have not bet on Wake Forest one time this year. Kind of sucks. I really want to be dipping my toes into them, but they just have not, had the greatest value to that point this year. But if they come out, I believe they actually did come out as an even money favorite, if not maybe a little bit to the like minus 150 range. I would go ahead and take Wake in that one. Okay. And lastly, but not least, I will go ahead and talk about the Duke-Stanford one. Stanford absolutely impressed me this weekend when they went into North Carolina and won 2 out of 3 games. But it's just a weird, stinky game because I watched them at this very field, at home, lose to Xavier twice, okay? I can't get that out of my head. I don't know what to do about it, okay? But then they went into North Carolina and won both of those games, but this seems like a letdown. Duke has been not that impressive so far this year. They pitched really well against George Mason, a very good hitting team in the midweeks. My brain is bunched up in this one. I don't know what to take. If I were to take anything, I guess I would take maybe an under because both pitching staffs maybe do well. It is a weird game, guys. Honestly, I can't give a great bet in that one, but I am excited to watch it. It is just an absolutely loaded slate, guys. I mean, you guys can tell my excitement for this slate specifically. I love college baseball, but more specifically, I love when this type of play starts. I love when SEC play starts. I love when all these teams get to go battle it out against each other. This is my favorite time of the year, okay, guys? Besides regionals, this is my favorite time of the year, okay? But without further ado, let's go into my free pick, okay? we are going to go ahead and make a bet in the Arkansas versus Ole Miss game, okay? Arkansas, a team 16-1, okay, guys? I believe they've won 13 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 games in a row, guys. I may have missed one. It could be 13. Regardless, they have won so many games in a row. Teams that are good, TCU, Michigan's not that impressive. Everybody else, Charlotte has been impressive so far this year. Everybody else is meh, you know, like I watched them lose to Kansas State, and I've seen that same Kansas State team absolutely destroy anybody's hopes and dreams of them actually being a solid team this year. So it's up in the air, guys. But at the end of the day, they are traveling to Oxford, okay? That is one thing that you can say in this game might be a little sketchy. We'll just go ahead and check out Ole Miss real fast. I don't know what got clicked there. Let's go ahead and check out Ole Miss. And let's go check out their schedule, okay? They are coming off their second loss of the year, okay, against South Alabama. I talked about this in my video on Tuesday, or I guess Monday night before when I was recording it. I said take South Alabama in this game because I truly do believe Ole Miss is going to be looking ahead to the weekend against Arkansas, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean that I was going to take them in this game specifically, but especially if they lost, it would give me a little bit of pause in this game. But you look at their schedule, okay, guys? Arizona game 1, solid team. Texas got absolutely routed, game 2. Clemson beat a solid team, game 3. Then they played Arkansas State, Eastern Kentucky, Southern Miss, a solid mid-major school, but they have one of the worst bullpens for their Tuesday to Wednesday starters, okay? Wright State, not a very good team. Murray State, not too bad this year, honestly. And then Jacksonville State, not really the greatest, okay? And then you get to South Alabama, pretty decent school, okay? What I'm kind of getting at, guys, is both of these teams, they played decent teams. They haven't really played the best so far this year, but this is the game specifically that we're going to be talking about because both aces in this game are going to be future first-round picks, okay? Hunter Elliott for Ole Miss and Root for Arkansas, okay? The reason why I wanted to choose this game is because I do not think in any other sense I will get Arkansas at an even money, okay? It was minus 115 when this line opened. Now we are seeing that it is minus 125. I want to get this video out to you guys because I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if that seems like a public play because it did. I was the one that bet on this specifically, so maybe that was the line movement because I did have to switch books. You guys know I have to constantly use different books to be able to place my college baseball picks because they kick me off, okay? So that could have been me, but I hope that's not a public play. It should not be a public play, especially, you know, getting Ole Miss, a team that's 14-2 at home. But the reason why I like this game that much, guys, is because of Root having his first Friday night start. He was clearly the best starter on this team. It was just a matter of time before Dave Van Horn finally pulled the plug with Geico, sent him to Saturday, and moved Root up to the Friday night starter. Because he is finally at this Friday night starter spot, I believe he relishes in this moment. I think that he's one of the better pitchers in the big shining moment, okay? But the best part is, guys, I think that all the bats for Ole Miss, especially the ones that are pretty important at the top of their lineup that are lefties, I think that he's going to cause them a little bit of trouble. But what I love the most, guys, is the fact that this game did get moved up. I don't know if they're going to be talking about it here in their Twitter. They might have, or they might not. They did talk about it. It's just so the big. Okay, here it is. First pitch moved up. Okay, so the reason why I like when when a time moves up, especially for the road team, is because they're not going to have all those crazy fans in the beer garden coming off of work at 6 o'clock and have this game be a hostile environment. It will still be a great environment, guys, but again, at 2 o'clock on a Friday, most people are going to be working. You're not going to be taking off work for this necessarily. It won't be as packed as it normally would be, and I think that bodes well for their road team because of that fact, okay? I do think at the end of the day, Arkansas has a deeper bullpen for sure, but they also have a better hitting lineup 1 through 9. You can throw out a bunch of different guys at Ole Miss. I just believe in this specific spot, game 1, Arkansas moved up Root a game because they wanted to take this game. They wanted to have an opportunity of taking this game. I will die on the throne of taking Zach Root on a Friday night, okay, when they're moving him up. I have to be able to take this, guys. There is no way that I won't. It's his first Friday night start. I will never probably get them at -120, -115 again. Obviously, when they play Tennessee, it's going to be the same situation. But in this specific game on the road against a team that has been fairly impressive this far, but has not played too many teams, this specific spot, Arkansas is looking to throw everything at them game one. They really want to win this game one. That is why he's there. We're going to go ahead and take Arkansas money line. Okay, guys? Hunter Elliott is a very, very good pitcher. But the thing is, guys, all the best bats, especially in this Arkansas lineup, after their first hitter, and they're going to probably put Maxwell maybe at the 3, or maybe they're going to put him lower down because he is a lefty, but he hits anybody. It doesn't really matter. They have Aloy, both Aloy brothers, okay, and Iredale, all in that middle part of the lineup, all righties against a hard-throwing lefty. I like our opportunity to be able to put a couple over the wall, and I do love the bullpen status for my Pigs against Ole Miss. So we're going to go ahead and lock that in, okay, guys? We're going to take Arkansas moneyline -125 for our free pick. Thank you all for being with me. I know, guys, that was a long-winded one, but it's all free picks, so I don't know why you'd hate it. Again, if you guys want to go check out that VIP, that is going to be the last time I'm going to be offering my season-long pass. You can go ahead and get my college baseball week pass as much as you guys want, okay? I know a bunch of people that are going to be on that. I want to make so many people money. Just go ahead and grab it, okay, guys? You want to make money this weekend? Let's all do it together, okay? Fuck the books forever. I love every single one of you. Like this video, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.